What's going on, Babylonians? It's me, Songs of Rage, back with another Outriders worldslayer video to bring to you, and today we're actually going to be covering the best way that's currently known to be able to actually farm Apocalypse gear, and especially Apocalypse Legendaries when it comes to Outriders worldslayer. Now this will be the main way to be able to help you min-max your build, and I do recommend that you actually do pick up this farm as often as possible, and it really is that simple to be able to actually do and get working. Now obviously, you know, there will be spoilers ahead because this actually does cover the endgame content of Trials of Tarkir Guitar, and that also does affect the story a little bit, so if you are looking to be able to actually stay spoiler free, I recommend that you stop watching this video right now and actually come back to it when you've actually enjoyed the story content and the campaign in that sense. But without further ado, make sure you have dropped a like and a subscribe, and let's get right into the method. So the method of this is really simple. All you need to do is obviously do a normal standard run of Trials of Tarkir Guitar and get yourself all the way up to the Arbiter of Descent. This is the final boss when it actually comes to the trials, and when you kill the Arbiter, it actually does similar to how like Eye of the Storm actually gave you like a choice of 3 legendary items, but except this time it will give you 3 legendary Apocalypse items to actually be able to choose from. Now this does actually get a range, and it does vary between weapons and armor, so you can actually get something for your build regardless of what you're actually doing. And obviously it's a great source to be able to actually get some tier 3 mods when you're at it. On top of that, the amount of drops that the Arbiter actually does drop for you is normally on the kind of on the large side of things, and majority they are coming as helmets. Now this actually gives you a really good way to be able to get resources like drop pod resources like titanium and some anomaly in echo as well, which means that you can actually start upgrading some of your gear as well. So I highly recommend that you actually do pick this farm up wherever possible. Now the only caveat to this is the fact that it's not unlimited, it's not something you can keep doing over and over again, and it won't actually display this on the screen unless you actually go out and look for it. So basically you have 3 attempts when it comes to the Trials of Tarkir Guitar, and the idea is this, that it actually gives you like a checkpoint system, so if you ever do like die, if you ever do fail a certain area, it counts that as one of your lives and it puts you at the start of that room. So obviously if we kill the boss when it comes to this, there's no enemy to be able to actually consider us to be able to fail this, so what we need to do is return to lobby, and then when we actually return to our lobby and then we click continue, what this will do is it will take away one of our retries, it will count as if we failed, and this will allow us to be able to go into the final room and fight the Arbiter again. Now it doesn't count this as one single boss run, so therefore you can actually get a reward every single time you fight the Arbiter of Descent, and that does mean that you can actually get 4 or up to 4 as long as you keep all of your re-attempts all the way to the end of the trials, and that means that you can have 4 attempts to be able to actually grab something that you actually want. On your 4th attempt, that does mean that that will be the last of your re-attempts, and in which case it will actually just fail you if you do actually try and click continue. So what you need to do is obviously exit to the camp, similar to how you would have actually done if you carried on the trials in the normal way, and then this will allow you to be able to actually get to the start of trials, use some of your resources with Tiago for example, and then actually go back through and do a newer trials. I do think this is probably one of the best ways to actually start gearing yourself up for Apocalypse gear, and I do think this actually gives you a great way to be able to actually get some really nice weapons with some nice tier 3 mods on there. So that's enough for the short video. I'm going to leave the clip running as a little bit longer, but hopefully you've actually learned something useful with ourselves, and hopefully you do actually pick this up inside of your game. I don't think this is necessarily broken, just due to the fact that you have those re-attempts, and if you actually got all the way to the end of the trials and you haven't used any of those re-attempts, why shouldn't you be able to actually get a few more rewards that way? But let me know in the comment section down below, what are your thoughts on this? Is this something you would actually pick up, and is this something that you think you hope would actually stay in the game going forward as well? Massive thank you to the Babylonian family, massive thank you for making your way all the way to the end of this video, and that just leaves me to say, keep yourself safe, keep yourselves well, and I'll see you all on that next video.